No one must hide under the roof of shops. There is no rain in the revolution, there is a revolution in the rain. Justice delayed is justice denied. Delayed is justice denied. Delayed is justice denied. Amandla! Amandla!
Today, Julius Malema and the EFF marched straight to the Constitutional Court, demanding answers on the Phala scandal. Let's get into it. The EFF, led by Julius Malema, took to the streets in protest, marching to the Constitutional Court. Their demand, the immediate release of the long-awaited Phala judgment. Malema says it's been over a year, and the highest court in the land has failed to deliver a ruling on what he calls a simple case.
The EFF is the organization of the people, is the protest movement, will always be at the picket lines when a call is made to defend the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. Comrades, you are here to defend the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. The Constitutional Court is not above the Constitution. It's a subject of the Constitution. Its existence comes from the Constitution itself. It is not the Constitutional Court that established the Constitution. It is the Constitution that established the Constitutional Court. It is the Constitution that allowed the independence of the judiciary and that judges must act without fear or favor. What we are seeing today, for more than a year, the Constitutional Court, the highest court in the land, cannot produce a simple judgment on whether Parliament acted rationally or irrationally when they voted against the panel recommendations. These comrades of Constitutional Court, they must know that they've embarrassed the whole country with the best constitution. We were told our constitution is the best, our constitution will protect us. How can the judges not use the Constitution to protect the people of South Africa against a criminal that is occupying the office of the president?
Malema didn't hold back. In his speech, he mocked President Cyril Ramaphosa's infamous sofa scandal, saying there is no sofa safer than your safe. But somehow the corrupt president finds his money safe in a sofa. He accused the Constitutional Court of embarrassing the country, questioning why South Africa's so-called best constitution in the world is failing to deliver justice.
Coming here to demand that there must be the release of the Phala judgment. If they are used to business as usual, it's not going to be business as usual. The EFF is here to make sure that everybody does his or her job. The lower courts, the high courts, are demanded that once they've had the matter and concluded the matter, they must release their judgment within 3 months. Those are the standards that this court has set for the lower court. How do you say those who fall under you, after 3 months they must release judgment when the matter is concluded, but you can take the whole year? If you say the lower ones can take 3 months, you must take 2 months to show them that you are leading by example and they must follow your example. Justice delayed is justice denied. 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 Justice is justice denied. Justice is justice denied. Amandla! Amandla! In your fast, in your fast. In your fast, in your.
Malema also raised a sharp question. Why is Ramaphosa allowed to deal in US dollars when it's illegal to trade in foreign currency inside South Africa? According to him, this is yet another example of corruption and double standards at the highest level.
dollars to buy. When an American goes to buy in Sunken City, Diamond Walk, they tell that person, hey, go and exchange the money there and come with the rent to buy here in South Africa. How can Ramaphosa be the only one that is allowed to use dollars? Why is he using dollars instead of the rent? Because he's the one who must be number one in defending the currency of South Africa and using the currency of South Africa. The only way Phala will die is only if they allow the recommendation of the Parliament panel that said there is a prima facie evidence that there is a case of impeachment for the president, and therefore the impeachment processes must kick in and the president must go and answer for those questions that the panel.
The EFF leader made it clear if the judgment isn't released, these marches will continue every month. He says the party is here to ensure everyone does their job, from the courts to the president himself. So, here's the big question. Is the Constitutional Court dragging its feet? Or is Malema simply turning up the heat for political gain? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear from you. This is Heads Up SA. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more breakdowns of South Africa's biggest political stories. Until next time, stay sharp, stay informed. Keep your heads up, SA.
No, definitely. First of all, when justice is delayed, it's definitely denied. And it's denied to the masses of the people of South Africa because, in essence, there is prima facie evidence. And more than anything was the circumventing of the duties and functions of Parliament to execute them, and that is why we're here. And we 100% believe that the court in itself, along with the judiciary, to a certain extent, that it is captured in this instance, because why would they not want to actually give out the judgment? And we approached this court last year, more than 12 months ago, and we're still subjected to an element where there is no judgment that goes out. There can only be one conclusion, and that is to say that perhaps this court itself is captured.
Now, the Chief Justice has said that the reason for the delay is that there's a backlog in the Constitutional Courts pertaining to judgments.
We speak of a dysfunctional state, when people need to be held to account, and we are told that there's a backlog. It's very simple. Write the judgment. It should not take you more than 12 months to formulate a judgment that was heard many months before. It speaks of incompetency more than anything. It speaks of mismanagement more than anything. And that is one of the reasons why the firm believes that not only is it captured, but it's also dysfunctional at this point.
So I understand that for as long as there's a delay, the EFF in Gauteng will be coming here to march and to picket every month.
Every month will be here until the judgment comes out. The Constitutional Court, in its incompetency, it would not be the first time where people picket continuously all the time. We have come numerous times to this particular court, and if there are actually people who live here, by the way. They've been staying here for the past couple of years, waiting for a judgment. And the EFF will be no stranger to this court like we haven't already.
This march comes at a time where there's so many things that are happening across the country. I think first and foremost, let's just get your reaction on what's been taking place at the Madanga Commission. Of course, those allegations against Julius. What do you have to say as the EFF?
Let the committees take its course. Let's hear what they have to say. Let's hear the reports that would have to come out. But in the essence, what we ask for, obviously, would be that let the recommendations speak to what has been heard and what has been tested, and people be held to account when there has been wrongdoing.
And on an international front, we've seen what's been happening with the G20. Donald Trump says he intends to buy from the G20. South Africa is hitting back as well. As the EFF, what's your position?
Well, we have refused to be bullied by the American government. We refuse to be bullied by Donald Trump as the economic freedom fighters. And we're glad that there's some element of being inspired by the economic freedom fighters and being inspired by the commander-in-chief to actually take up that particular attitude.
And then lastly, before you run off, Duga, I don't know if you've seen, but the public protector has said that she'll investigate the president over claims of alleged violations over the Executive Code of Conduct?
Let's hear what she has to say. But I mean, you know yourself, when it comes to Cyril Ramaphosa, she's got a tendency to protect the guy. She's extremely in love with him. So there's very little confidence that would have on even the current public protector. But what we are asking for is that where there are investigations and resources are plowed towards an investigation that cost the state a lot of resources only to circumvent accountability would be extremely wrong. If she's genuine about an investigation and there are recommendations that are very clear in terms of what must be done to hold people to account, she should do exactly that.
All right, for more on this, let's now speak to political analyst Mr. Thobani Zikalala. Thobani, it's good to have you with us. So welcome to SA Today. So it's been a year since this matter was actually taken to court, right? In this instance, by the EFF, there were also other various parties that had taken this matter to court, yet judgment still eludes everyone concerned. What is your take on the EFF now saying they will be staging a march every month to the Constitutional Court until judgment has been handed down?